I'm Lauren Green, and you're in the strategy room. Seeking to avert what could be a 2016 disaster, the Republican National Committee is challenging every GOP candidate to sign a pledge agreeing not to seek a third-party bid under any circumstances. And it's directed, of course, at Donald Trump. Here with reaction, Ellen Ratner, Bureau Chief of Talk News Radio, and a Fox News contributor, and Adam Goodman, principal at the Victory Group. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Adam, let me start with you. So what do you make of this? I mean, this is really obviously directed at Donald Trump. So what do you think about this?
Well, a couple of things. First of all, isn't it amazing that maybe one of the most memorable moments in debate history was
a nonverbal one when they were asked to raise their hands about supporting the party. Donald Trump has really been into the beginning, some would argue, as the party of Trump, which is why there's been such nervousness in the RNC, who understand that if Trump were to initiate a third-party candidacy here, history certainly would shine brightly probably on the Democratic nominee as opposed to the Republican. And yet the American people, who are starting to look for leaders less in terms of ideological and partisan fitness and more in terms of having the right stuff, would probably glory in the idea of a three-way fight. But I think this is all settling down, fortunately for the Republican Party. I can just imagine, though, Lauren, the conversation, it must have been an amazing conversation between Donald Trump and the RNC to get to the agreement we're about to hear about.
You know, what do you think? Because the idea is that, is it even legally binding? I mean, he could sign it, but he doesn't really have to abide by it.
It probably is not legally binding, but my guess is that Donald Trump will not sign it, and he'll say, hey, guys, sorry, I've said I'm not going to do this unless I'm the nominee, which he said at the Fox debate.
Sure.
And I think that's what he's going to stick with. And I think the Republican National Committee, who he is meeting with, is just going to try and press him. And I think Donald Trump is going to be Donald Trump.
Yeah, Adam, is it really necessary for the RNC to do this? I mean, this is the one thing that Donald Trump cannot buy, which is true loyalty. Is it really necessary for them to do it?
Well, look at history. The last time a party that had held the White House for 8 years repeated itself, followed itself in the White House, of course, with Bush-Reagan. That was almost 30 years ago. It doesn't happen very often, which is why the Democrats, as strong as people may feel on the Democratic side about Hillary, history is running against them. However, to have Donald Trump enter the fray as a third-party candidate, I think could rewrite history in ways that none of us can predict. I don't know what actually will be announced, of course. We just heard that there's a speculation that maybe he's going to say, I'm going to just do my thing. Whatever it is, the American people are cheering for a show that they don't want to end, and I think Donald Trump, knowing the way he operates, is probably looking to hedge his bets.
Yeah. Ellen, is this going to benefit Donald Trump if he signs it? In the long run, should he just do it because
he
it will
might
be
get
good
some
for him?
party regulars who don't want to go against the party, and he might get that group. But he also may lose a lot of people who are just saying, hey, look, we want a guy who is outside of the party, who is tough, who isn't going to be cowed by people in the party. That's what we want for president. So I don't know. I haven't done the numbers.
Adam, and that's a good point. Does Trump have that kind of power to go over the heads of the RNC?
Well, no one, I think, 8 weeks ago, 10 weeks ago, was predicting Trump will be where he is today. So I think we're into very uncharted territory. But, Trump does fit kind of the environment, the climate out there where people are looking for something that isn't a normal check the box. And I can tell you, Lauren and Ellen, that he really missed an opportunity in that first debate. And he responded when he raised his hand and said, I want you to know, as John Kennedy said, that sometimes party loyalty asks too much. And I'm not running for president to be a Republican president. I'm running to be an American president.
Wow.
Now, if he were to take that kind of copy and move forward, I think Ellen's conjecture would probably have more problems.
All right. I want to thank you very much, Ellen and Adam.
Thank you.
And you can check out foxnews.com for more on the 2016 presidential race. I'm Lauren Green, and thanks for watching.